Uh, hey everybody, welcome back to the PlanetPariahPodcast, episode 7. It's me,
Wait,
your
what?
boy.
Episode 9. Wait.
Oh shit, episode 9. This is episode 9. We're a lot further than I thought.
Yeah.
Me, Noah, you,
Val.
and in the background we have the rain, and in the foreground we have Game of Thrones, season 5, episode 9 or something.
Yeah, rain's pretty wild right now.
Yeah, I got soaked just coming into your house. It was like a quick 2-second run, and I'm drenched and I'm cold.
It's weird because, it's the middle of the day. And it seems like it's not because it's really dark.
In my perfect world, the skies are always gray, and it rains every weekend.
Really? Oh
Yeah.
my god. I don't know.
That's
Just can't do
the grass is
anything
green there,
outside.
and it's beautiful outside. And it keeps everybody inside, so if you want to go for a walk, there's never anybody out there.
Oh, why would you want to go for a walk in the rain?
In my perfect world, there isn't a lot of people, because they've all been murdered and killed off.
Oh my
never
god.
born.
Alright. So, you had a story, right?
Yes. I hope you can't hear the sword fighting too much. But, so yeah, I have a story. So, what did I tell you yesterday? I texted you something.
So I texted you saying that I can't. So we usually record Thursdays, but I'm going to be busy.
It's Wednesday.
So I asked if you want to do today, which was Tuesday, or tomorrow, which is today.
Mm-hmm.
And then you said tomorrow, but if I don't wake up, it's been a good run for the podcast. And I was like, why would you not wake up?
Yeah.
And then you said, we'll see, or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. And I woke up to my disappointment.
Oh, no.
But yeah, so recently, I told you about my friend Molly, right?
Yes.
She got mad at me, and she had a baseball bat yesterday, and
Why did she
no, I'm just joking.
Oh, I was like,
sorry,
what?
we shouldn't do that on the podcast because you won't be able to tell usually if I'm telling the truth or not. But her and her sister, Molly and her sister, wanted to get into skateboarding or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And because they found a skateboard at a movie theater. So if you lost a skateboard and it had a Supreme sticker on the bottom, sorry.
Maybe that was their transportation.
Yeah, that's what I told him. I was like, you probably took this homeless dude's only form of transportation to get around, and now he has to walk and he's gonna die in the cold. But so they found a board, and they're like, hey, you used to skateboard, let's get into skateboarding or whatever. And so I said, yeah, sure. And so I told them there's a skate park in Buda, and this was last weekend or whatever, maybe Monday. I don't know. It was Easter Sunday. And so I was like, yeah, let's go to the skate park and just roll around or whatever, just so you can get a taste for it. Because in the past I skateboarded in middle school or whatever. I was always compared to skater boys or whatever, but I never really skateboarded. And so in 7th grade I got my first skateboard, and so I would kind of roll around with people from our past. I think people that starts with a B. That's his name.
Oh, yeah.
An L.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'd skateboard with him after school sometimes, and I was never good. The only trick I could do, I ollied once ever in my career, but I was always the dude who would do the manuals just down the street. I was good at cruising around or whatever. Anyways, so Easter Sunday, I take him to the skate park, and they're just kind of rolling around. Molly also has a penny board, which is just a smaller little plastic board or whatever, and I like using it. And so I was just kind of telling him yeah, this is how you want to do things or whatever, and you just want to practice this stuff until you're good on the board or whatever, you're comfortable, and then you can move on to other stuff. And so it was mainly just me watching them, because I didn't want to get on the skateboard, because last time I was at a skate park, I ate the concrete, and that was my last skating lesson ever. And I think I went
You're just
home
the teacher.
and
Yeah, you don't practice it.
yeah, well, hold on. I'm the coach. I'm the wise coach with the dark past. Okay? And my dark past was I was embarrassed in front of a bunch of other skateboarders in Austin, and went home and I put my skateboard in the garage and never touched it again until this year or whatever. But anyways, so I was just telling them what to do, and then we went to Layman or whatever, because I was supposed to meet up with somebody, but they never showed. And I was just kind of I got on the skateboard then, and I was just really comfortable. I don't know, a big part of it is not being afraid of falling or whatever, and knowing how to fall. And since I have that behind me or whatever, it's just kind of easy. So I was right back into it. And the board they have is a legit board. The board I've used in the past was a freaking Walmart board or whatever. Whatever your parents see or whatever, skateboard. Oh, there's some at the store or whatever. Just kind of the cheap available stuff. It's not terrible, but there's better stuff out there.
Yeah.
And they had a better board because the homeless man, he knew what he was doing. All right, that was a pricey board that they stole or found. Anyways, so this goes into the story of I was at home. It was yesterday, right? Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yesterday, and I wanted to look for my pads because in the past I had pads. I think I had 2 sets because one of my brothers wanted to get into skateboarding because I was into it at that point.
Yeah.
And I guess younger siblings like whatever the older sibling does, that's cool.
Yes, exactly.
So, can you confirm?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Well, not really.
Well, it's kind of different. You're a girl, he's a guy.
Yeah.
It's kind of different.
But
I
I
guess.
mean, it's that's what they show in movies and shit.
Yeah, and I guess there's some truth to it because it's how it's always been for me and my siblings. But anyways, because of the flood that happened so long ago in our neighborhood or whatever, my house was one of the houses that was flooded. So like we had to pack up everything and like move it into like a different place, storage unit, and then move it back into our house. So everything's kind of scattered around.
Yeah.
How it used to be like an organized chaos. Now it's just chaos and stuff.
Yeah.
So I went through my garage and I was just like trying to go through all the boxes, all the stinky boxes of clothes and stuff, and finding like some cool like old memories, like old Lego sets I used to play with and stuff like that. Just like a real nostalgia trip, kind of. And that's always nice, like when it's unexpected or whatever. It's like, oh, I remember I used to play with this like all the time.
Yeah, all the memories come back.
Yeah, finding the Larry the Cucumber plush, and he, like you squeeze him and he starts singing to me, but it's like a really dark demonic voice because his batteries are running out. But yeah, and then so I couldn't find what I was looking for, and I went through the entire garage, or what I think I went through the entire garage, whatever, entire garage. Only place to go left was up, and that's the attic. So to get to the attic, and a lot of houses I've been in, it's kind of like if you're in a 2-story house, it's like in the upstairs hallway. It's like a square. You push in the panel and you can climb up or whatever.
Yeah.
Usually there's a ladder you can pull down. The way it is in my house, since I have a 1-story house, it's in the garage. That's where that little square entranceway is.
Yeah,
but it's
same.
obviously like higher up because it's a garage and you're supposed to park vehicles and store stuff in it. And so the way I have to get up there and the way that my dad's gotten up there in the past is we use a ladder.
Wait,
And-
so
What?
y'all don't pull it down and like a ladder's
There's
already
no ladder
built in?
for ours. It's just like
Oh,
a
wow.
square panel you push up. And
Oh,
then,
wow.
yeah, you have to have your own ladder.
Okay.
So my dad has this really like fancy like super long ladder or whatever, but the way he's always done it is he like kind of it like folds in the segments or whatever, so he unfolds it to where it's like kind of pointed up and it's sturdy or whatever. I'm painting a bad picture. It's like a really long ladder that folds into like 4 segments, so whenever it's folded completely, it's like really short and thick. But like if you unfold it, it's a really long ladder that's 4 times.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
So the way he unfolds it is he unfolds the 4 segments. So there's 2 points or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like up, 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 and like that. So it's more sturdy and it doesn't shift too much or whatever from front to back. But the sides, if you like push hard enough, it'll fall over.
Okay.
Anyways, I didn't unfold it. I just put like the little. I put it when it's all folded together, and I climbed up it, and I also put like I put a
Why?
brick at the bottom, and I put another little step ladder in front of it, so I had a little support, and I was able to climb up it and get to the top of it, because I just wanted it for the height. My first like idea was to stack a bunch of the boxes and climb onto the boxes and crawl out there, but I just used the unsturdy ladder that I didn't like sturdy or whatever. But anyways, I climb up there and I have to pull myself up. And in attics, in my attic at least, there's like the bars or whatever for the structure to keep everything sturdy.
Yeah, and you're supposed to like
you're
step
supposed to stay on
them.
those bars
Yeah.
or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So whenever I go into the attic, those bars are kind of like far away at first. Like it's kind of just flat area around the entrance.
Yeah, but like that flat is like okay.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I avoided it. Okay. So I climb up and I pull myself up and I kind of like use the shelves that's right next to the wall or whatever, because it's next to a wall. But they're like not sturdy, so I don't put all my weight on it, but enough to like pull myself up a little more.
Yeah.
So I'm up there, I'm looking around. Nothing's up there.
Nothing.
Just there's like some old tricycles
Oh.
and Christmas decorations, but
Yeah.
besides that, not what I'm looking for. And so I'm like, all right, cool. I wasted my time, and now I have like fiberglass in my mouth. And so I start making my way down or whatever. The way my dad has come down or whatever, I've always held the ladder for him, and plus he has it like set up to where he can come down and kind of like push it a little, and it'll give because he has it set up properly. When I'm coming down, I'm not as tall as him, and it's like not sturdy. So
Yeah.
I'm coming down and I'm lowering myself or whatever, and I have to like drop from my hands holding the sides or whatever to my forearms being parallel to the square or whatever that's in the ceiling, so I can kind of like lower my body even more. But even that, I'm still not touching the ladder. So I jump to use my fingertips or whatever. Like I kind of drop a little bit, and I support myself with my fingertips, like American Ninja Warrior style or whatever.
Yeah.
And I swing down a little bit, and my tippy toes are now on the ladder, and I put my feet on the ladder, and I give a little on my hands or whatever, my upper body strength, to put more weight down so I can step down and then jump off the ladder before it falls. This is all happening like in an instant. The ladder moves forward and I start to fall, but I'm still holding on by my fingertips. And so I swing forward until my back is parallel with the concrete floor, and then my fingers come off.
Oh my God.
And while I'm falling, I'm thinking, this is it. I'm going to hit my head on the little concrete step at the bottom if I don't hit my head on the metal shelf right now. And I'm falling, and I close my eyes. Because I'm thinking, like, the ladder's going to fall forward, but it's also going to come back. So I'm going to land on the ladder if I don't land on the concrete. And then I hit the ground. And I, like, open my eyes, and just, like, immediate rush of pain all over my body. I get really, really hot, and I'm like, I don't know what's happening, and I like check my body to make sure like I didn't get impaled or whatever, because I didn't know I was on the floor. And I checked my head, and I curled up my head before I hit the ground, and I don't think I hit anything on my head, but the main pain was on next to my elbow, on my right arm, and then my hip on my right side. So I fell on my right side first. It was hip first, then my like forearm, almost elbow area on my right side, and then maybe my head. I don't know. But I got super, super hot. The only way I felt this way before was when I got stung in the head by a bee. But that's my only comparison to how I felt after falling like 7 feet, I think, or 6 feet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't land on the ladder, landed straight on concrete. And so I waited on the floor for a second because my mom was home, and so was my youngest brother, and nobody came in. And so I rip off my flannel, and I hit the ground so hard that my headlamp burst open and the batteries flew out. And so I ripped off my beanie and the headlamp because I was super, super hot and super nauseous and kind of dizzy. And so I go to my room and I turn up the AC all the way because everybody's a freaking monster in my house. They like it really hot and like muggy, like it's a swamp or something. My room is the only sanctuary I have where it's nice and cool and cold. And so I turn up the AC all the way, and I put my face in the AC. I take off my flannel, and at that point, the hearing in my right ear goes out completely. Like I'm deaf. There's no ringing or anything. It's just mute all of a sudden. And I'm freaking out because I'm like, did I hit my head? And I just don't like feel it because of how bad I hurt on my sides.
Yeah.
And I felt like I was gonna throw up. And so like I just took off my shoes too. And I was just trying to like get cold. And I was just sitting on my bed and just like, God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all the bad things I've done in the past. But I'd like to hear, please.
Yeah.
And then like after like 5 or 10 minutes, my hearing comes back. And then I look at my arm expecting to see a bone sticking out, but it's just like swollen, like really thick. I don't know if I'm touching my arm now. It's not as tight, but yesterday it felt like there was a rock in my arm because of how tight my arm was. Also on my left side, I guess I hit my arm too, but I didn't even feel it because the pain didn't compare, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, and so then you texted me like maybe 20 minutes after that, like saying, hey, today or tomorrow? And I was like, if I wake up tomorrow.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I went skateboarding after that, and I never found the pads. That's a lie. I found a knee pad, and it didn't fit. So I was like, it's an elbow pad. It didn't fit my elbow. These are child's pads that I just forgot, like, were child pads. So basically, I fell out of my attic for nothing.
For nothing. Yeah, I was about to say, so all that for nothing.
I mean, it was a story.
Yeah,
Interesting
I guess
story.
So.
And moments like that, when I was falling, it gives you perspective, I guess. Like, nothing matters. Like, you lived your point. You lived all the way up to this point, and then you're at the mercy of, like, whatever's beneath you. Like, if I would have hit my head, it would have been over for me. I would have cracked my spine and my neck, and I would have been dead. And then life changes for everybody around me because I didn't sturdy the ladder. That's insane.
That one thing.
Things like that just put into perspective, like, how squishy we are. stuff like that. And then
Oh,
like
yeah,
after
how
I got into a car
easy.
wreck, my last car wreck, afterwards, and seeing like how torn up the side of my car was, I was like, and how they were pushing me, almost like if they would have kept pushing me, like if they were drunk or something and
Mm-hmm.
kept pushing me, or if if they were driving a truck, a bigger car,
Oh,
they could
yeah.
have pushed me off the bridge onto the freeway.
Yeah.
And it's like I would have died that way, and like I could have died. And it's just things like that make me feel good. It's like all your problems and everything that came before that,
It doesn't
they
matter.
don't matter in that moment. And
Yeah.
then moving forward, you just feel kind of more free.
I know, yeah. I try to keep that mindset of like, when you're upset or something, it's like it doesn't matter, and it's also not going to matter in
It's
like
so
a week from now
minuscule. Yeah.
or something. So it's like, why care about it now?
Yeah.
That's what I always think about. And then I try to tell people, it's just like, it's not going to matter in like a week. So just like, it's fine.
Yeah. I really like that feeling, but I don't like what I have to do to achieve that feeling of like near-death experience. Or like possibly
Yeah.
getting splat on your garage floor.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, that was my big story, I guess.
Near death. Wow.
Near death. Yeah.
I mean, are you fine now, a day later?
Oh, dude, I'm
Or do
so
you feel
sore.
Yeah.
I'm so sore. Like, that's, I think, one of the hardest hits I've ever taken before. Because apparently, like, you don't remember pain. That's a thing. You don't remember pain. Like, if you think back to hard pain, you remember, like, maybe how you felt for a bit, but you don't remember the exact feeling of the pain.
Okay.
That's what I've been told, and I guess there's some truth to that. But, yeah. So, in recent memory, this is definitely the hardest I've been hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scary. Guess what? It's Taurus season.
What?
It's Taurus season.
Tourist?
Taurus.
Taurus?
The bull.
Oh. What does that mean?
It's Taurus season.
What does that mean? What are you
It's
talking
like
about?
everybody born between, I think it was April
Oh,
20th and
okay.
then May whatever. Tauruses.
That's you?
Yes, that's me.
I'm a
I had, like,
Capricorn.
The day after it was, I think it was Easter.
That's when it started?
No, it started the day before, but I
Oh,
wasn't
okay.
like, I didn't care. But then like I made it like a big deal,
Why do
and
you care
I kept
now?
saying it. I don't know. I get this power every time I say
Oh,
it.
you think you're powerful
Taurus
now?
season.
'Cause of
Yes.
the stars?
Yes, it's my season.
Just
and
wait till
then,
my
and then
season
if I
comes
do
around.
anything stupid, I'm just like, you can't be mad. It's Taurus
Taurus
season.
season. I didn't know what you were talking about at first. I thought you were like losing it. Like you went insane for a second.
One of my things is who the hell eats at Burger King?
Burger King?
Yes.
I kind of wanted to make a video with you of eating like that Incredible Burger or whatever.
What is it?
It's like a totally vegan vegetable
At Burger
patty.
King?
Yeah, they have it at Carl's Jr. too in some places. I don't know if we have it here in Texas, but
Oh.
yeah, it's
And it's like a totally different brand though, but they just carry it, I
Mhm,
guess.
yeah.
Oh, that's
It's
cool.
like a
I kind
special
of want to
burger.
see that.
And you can
Yeah.
only get it, I think for us, the closest place is that Burger King in a nearby town. But yeah, I thought that'd be a cool video idea, but then I kind of dropped it because it's Burger King.
Yeah, I know. Well, it would be like interesting to see what it tastes like, because I've heard people, it's like, you wouldn't even know that it's not meat.
Yeah, I think that'd be a cool video idea. Maybe we'll still do that. I don't know. I don't want to like keep saying like maybe we'll do this on the podcast and then just nothing comes of it, because then it's like you're making promises you can't keep. But anyways, why'd you bring up Burger King?
I don't know.
Are you just saying?
I was
things
just
right
thinking
now?
about it the other
It's
day.
Taurus season.
Yeah,
Who eats at
it's
Burger
Taurus
King?
season. Also, who would win in a fight, a gorilla or a grizzly bear?
Okay, did you like look these up before I came over
No,
or something?
no, I've always asked this.
Okay, and I'm assuming you already have your champion that would win.
Sort of.
Okay, let me think. Gorilla or grizzly bear?
No, I think it's just like a controversial.
This is controversial.
Yes,
I think
like,
it's just an interesting question.
like,
But where are they at?
it's not really a win. What do you mean? Where are they at? The setting?
Yeah, what's the setting?
Oh, they're in the city. No, they're just
the
just
city.
in the forest. Fucking.
Is it like, okay, can we like make it even, just like plains, like flat grass?
Yeah.
Okay. I think, oh my gosh. I think the gorilla would win if they both were aware of each other's presences, but I think if in a surprise attack, a grizzly bear would win.
We'll see. Like, I think it's whoever wants it more.
Okay.
No, but other than that, I think a grizzly would win.
think a gorilla would win, dude.
But the
Gorillas
grizzly
are scary.
has so much, like, power and weight.
Yeah, that was my reasoning behind this surprise attack. Because if you see that thing charging at you, you can't do anything about it. And it's just like there's the weight, and then once you're in its jaws, like you're dead. They outgrab it. But a gorilla, I feel like it has so much maneuverability. It's like us, but on steroids times 10.
I would say that too is another factor of how fast they could be. But still, I think you could just like beat up a grizzly, and then like he's kind of just there and can take it, and then he'll get that one shot.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree that like grizzlies or bears in general, maybe not black bears, those are like pansies in the bear family, but bears in general are just like the true ferocious things on land.
Yeah.
What about a grizzly or a lion?
Oh. See, a lion has a lot of like movement.
And it's faster, but it also has the strength.
Yeah, but also if it comes in, if like the grizzly can predict its like movement, and it comes in, the grizzly could just
like
smack that. Animals aren't dumb. Animals aren't dumb.
They can, to compare to people or some.
Oh my god! Well, that's totally different. They have their instincts and they're aware of other like predators.
I guess so. I don't like this question. It's like that game Super Fight where you have to argue for your champion to win against another person who's also doing the same.
Oh,
it's like if you have two stubborn people, you just like
debating.
It's not fun. It's debating. Yeah, it's debating the game on things that don't matter. It's a fun game though.
It's fun to think about.
I usually make the best case for my champion, my warrior.
Interesting.
But speaking of animals, so I was at Cracker Barrel.
Which one?
Sunday. The one in Buda. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Alright. The one in Buda.
Why not?
I found something that I found disturbing. Do I have pictures of it? Okay, yeah. So, there's these, like, dog heads that are, like, rubber, and they're supposed to be, like, hand puppets. But when you see them just laying on the ground, they look messed up.
That looks like, like people like treasure alligator head and like put
yeah.
That's what it looks like.
I have more pictures. Then I found that one.
Ew! Oh my god!
Up.
I should ask my mom about it.
Yeah.
the GM at Cracker Barrel.
Your mom her middle name's Cracker Barrel. And I found a unicorn.
Caucasian barrel.
Looks like
ew! That looks dead.
Yeah, it's gross.
Who would buy that? Although a lot of stupid little kids come in.
Yeah.
Like, I want that.
Mom, I want the weird puppet so I can touch myself with it at night. Yeah. I'm going to put that in, if you're watching, the only place we do it on YouTube. So if you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching in general, look on YouTube. You should see the pictures.
Look at the screen right now.
Yeah, look at your screen. Unless you're driving, don't look at the screen. Wait till you get home. But yeah, and same for whenever I was talking about my injuries, I'll have pictures of my elbow because it looks like, actually I'll show you the bump right now. Tell me which one is my elbow and which one's the bruise.
Ew! Oh my god. The bruise is on the left, right?
The left? Yeah.
Yeah.
The
it's
bigger
just
bump?
like the different color, yeah.
Yeah.
It's gross.
Oh,
That's disgusting.
Yeah. I grew an extra joint or whatever. But yeah, that was like, I looked at that last night and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm disgusting.
I'm disgusting. I'm a monster.
I'm a monster.
And let me see if I wrote shit down. I wrote shit down and that was what I remembered, the gorilla and stuff. Oh yeah, I was gonna ask what you did for Easter, but I guess you said you went to the skate park, right? You didn't do any family stuff?
Everybody goes to church on Easter because it's like, the yearly check-in or whatever.
Yeah, yearly check-in.
Yeah. For most people, my family is pretty like,
Jesus has risen.
Do we talk about religion on here? I don't know. We won't get too deep. But yeah, my family's about it. For me, it's a little more complicated. But it's kind of like expected for me to go, at least on Easter and Christmas.
Yeah.
And I mean, I go time to time. But I went and I just kind of sat outside. I didn't
Wow.
really go in.
Yeah.
I was there on time and everything. I didn't really go in though. I just kind of sat outside next to the dumpster.
You were in the vicinity.
Yeah, and then went home, and we went to Cracker Barrel for dinner, and that's where I saw those disgusting creatures on the floor, and also those puppet things, the animal puppets. And then after that, skate park.
Well,
And that was it. Why? What'd you do? Oh,
I
chocolate
worked.
too. What?
I worked the whole day. It was pretty nice.
Oh,
Like the
nice,
whole
yeah.
like Easter weekend was super slow for us because
Really?
it makes sense that like people fucking barbecue and stuff. Go out,
That's true. That's true.
make family meals.
But Sundays are usually banking, dude. That's when
Yeah,
I made the most money.
But no, it was like a Monday. It like the whole day super slow when usually like it's like Sunday mornings and people order pizza for some reason.
Yeah. It
But
was
no,
late.
we didn't pick up until like probably after 8, but then that's when I get off and like they said it got busier, but still not crazy.
Very nice.
Yes. All of us were just having Easter stories. Like one of our
stories.
drivers said that like as a kid, he had this friend who had this Easter bunny. He had this bunny as a pet, and like yeah, it was cute and all. But then like one day, ants got in its cage and ate it alive.
Ate it alive?
Yeah,
Did
I was
they hear
like,
it
oh my
scream?
god. I don't know. I didn't ask too much.
Yeah, a little traumatic. You can see a tear forming in his eye. You probably shouldn't poke and prod too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember because I was still working this time last year with you, and I think it was around this time, around Easter time, if not like the week before, but the week after, that we talked about like local horror stories or like local myths or legends.
Oh yeah,
Like that
work.
lady who stabbed her
Yeah,
baby and
here.
stabbed her husband and stepdad.
Which
or
is a
something.
pretty crazy story for happen here, because we're just like we were like a small town. And
Yeah, we're growing.
we're
now.
growing. We're like one of the fastest growing cities in Texas. Did you know that?
Yeah, but don't come here.
Yeah. Oh my God. That's such a topic because like so many people move here and there's so many plates from like either Florida or California.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
What's the third most though? I feel like I've seen it.
I don't know. There's just like a ton of California.
Yeah.
Like I went to.
In Austin, it's 50-50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah, I went to like a open house or whatever. It was like a coworker like bought a house, and then they're like, yeah, our neighbors, straight from California, just moved here. I'm like, oh my
Not
God.
like, but I guess we're a suburb of a big city, but
Oh yeah, I mean we're right in the middle. You can either go Austin
true.
or San Antonio.
there is a big appeal to that. Never mind. I was
Yeah,
gonna be like, why here?
and it's
But
also like
it
the
makes sense.
crime rate not even not
It's
as
going up. It's
yeah,
going
but
up.
not as near as like Austin and San Antonio at the
Not
bigger
yet.
cities.
It'll be there.
It's gonna
soon.
get there, and that's
Back in our
sad.
day, we'd fall asleep to the sounds of crickets, but now it's the sounds
No,
of sirens.
yeah, dude, every night I'll hear sirens.
And I don't like it.
Yeah, I know. We're growing.
It's not what
It's
it used to
crazy.
be.
Yeah, especially since we're here since like dirt roads.
Yeah, I've been here since the beginning.
Exactly.
Um,
Should make a documentary. Damn, if only we like filmed when we're like
the history of our town back then.
0. When we're a baby.
It would have been something if we both filmed like individually, unknowing of each
Yeah.
other's presences of the same place.
Yeah.
Because both of our parents have pictures of this.
Yeah, there's
neighborhood
so many
before.
pictures. Yeah, I showed you one where like it's crazy. It looks
it's
so
just
wide and
flat.
open and like
It
white.
looks like in that movie Monster House, like when they just moved there or whatever, and they're building the
It's-
house up.
yeah.
It's just flat and nothing.
Yeah. It's nice.
It's dope.
Very
like,
nice.
I can't think of a place around here that's like that, because it's all being developed and all the trees are being
Yeah, and it's
chopped
all
down
at the
and
same
stuff.
time too.
Yeah.
When
this
ours
year,
was just like
this
there.
year alone, there's 18 new neighborhoods being developed in our
I
town.
mean, yeah, I could get that because like I mean I work for like delivery and
yeah,
like there's just
driving
like there's
around.
always like yeah I live at the new neighborhood. And
It's
you
like,
have to
oh, it's
like
not in the
figure
system,
out.
cool.
Yeah, exactly. It's not in the system, and
It's not in any of the old maps.
it's not even in maps. And like drivers have to call them and be like, "So you're where?"
Yeah, because I remember out there on like the border of our town and Buda or whatever, there's that neighborhood or whatever that's like, I don't know, not crappy
Blanco Vista?
houses. maybe.
Oh wait, no, that's towards San Marcos.
It's way out there. Yeah, not that. I don't know, but it's like the streets are strange. Like there's streets in the same neighborhood that have the same name, and I don't know. It was confusing.
Yeah, I think
it was
I know
like a
what you're
weird
talking
complex.
about.
It was like a military like housing or whatever, where all the houses look exactly the same.
Oh,
And it's just
yeah,
weird formatting.
that too. It's like, they're just pushing out these houses, and they're
Mhm.
all the same, especially in, like, Blanco Vista. It's,
Mhm.
like, a really popular neighborhood, and they just keep adding and adding to it.
Well, it's
But
like
there's a whole section of the houses all look the same. All, like, beach house, just a different color.
yeah, air quote cheap affordable housing, so they can
Yeah.
get more people out here,
Exactly.
build businesses. It's the system, man, and I don't like it.
Used to be a nice little country
Nice,
town.
quiet area. I'd come home from private school in Austin. I'd look over
Yeehaw.
to my left whenever we're at the one-stop sign our town had, and look over, see that giant hill with a farmhouse on top with the windmill.
Yeah, that's so true.
Now it's gone. There's not even a hill. It's all flat land. That's where like the hospital is.
Yeah, Texas. Our high school wasn't even there,
No.
and it's right by our neighborhood.
They used to be cotton fields
Yes,
back in the glory days.
it was. There is now, just behind it.
Yeah. And even then, there's the city slowly buying that area
Mm-hmm.
to build stuff on.
Lucky for them, I know. I mean, I would
guess
just like
so.
deny it until they keep upping the price.
Yeah, because it's inevitable.
Yeah,
It's gonna
they'll
happen.
need it.
So welcome to the economics portion of the podcast.
Yeah, and like the cost of living here went up so much.
Yeah, it's good for us though, because if we want to get out of here, our parents can sell the house for like triple of what they bought it for.
Yeah, that's true, I guess.
Because I know my parents, it's now double the price, just because of the
Yeah.
plot of land.
But also, like, if you wanted to stay here and get an apartment, it's so expensive
Yeah.
compared
I'd probably,
to
if I move, I'm gonna move far. I'm out of here.
yeah, where?
Freaking the hills.
What's not expensive?
Yosemite, away
Stupid
from
towns.
Blow.
I mean, fucking states.
I'm gonna ride
Go to
that ash
Wyoming.
heap into the sky. We're talking about two different things.
Virginia.
Like you're looking at your phone. Did you have another topic?
No.
Because I
Nothing-
had something, but then we went off on the
nothing to
neighborhood.
yeah.
I totally forgot. I hope you can hear the rain in the background because it's like really chill and calming. Like your walls are blue, but like the gray light coming in just makes it feel good. Like this is like the perfect setting.
Yeah, I love that I'm like a whole wall of my room is like just windows.
Yeah, it's
So It's
cool.
very cute.
So if you're trying to find her house on Google Maps,
Oh no. I've already said that I'm a corner house by the park.
don't say it again. Make it hard for them to find you. Yeah, and we're here like every Thursday. No. So you want to come by and say hi? That was like part of the appeal for me of like, because we planned to originally like record once a week in the Austin library.
Yeah.
Because they have little conference rooms or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's where we like came up with this whole idea, and we
Yeah.
like brainstormed on the
Whiteboard.
whiteboards with the expo markers, and people would walk by and look at us and stuff, and they had like outlets for every computer or like thing you could plug in or whatever. Yeah, part of the appeal for this podcast was that we were gonna do it there. For me, at least, we're gonna do it there. So like maybe listeners can come by and see us just recording one day.
Yeah.
And so like afterwards we come out and talk to you guys.
I mean, then again, we don't really have listeners right now, but like maybe in the
Dude, we have
future.
like 7 subscribers, and 2 of them I don't even know. So
Yeah, and maybe in like the future. Oh shit.
maybe in the future we'll have like specials, and we'll go out there and do it. And also,
Yeah.
I guess we need different recording.
Yeah.
equipment so it's easier.
We would need like a little box or just
But like that
bring
was
a
the
laptop.
initial idea, and that was cool to me. So maybe we'll do that one day.
Same. I liked it. It's a cool area.
Yeah. Oh man, she just lost her kid, and now she's about to stab in the throat.
Really? I
don't know if you
I
heard
don't watch
that.
Game of Thrones.
So yeah, you don't?
No.
Good, you can't spoil it for me. I just got caught up to season 8, episode 2 that premiered or aired this week, last Sunday. So I'm caught up, but I'm avoiding everything internet-wise because Game of Thrones and because Avengers Endgame.
Endgame? Yeah, I know. I have tickets to the premiere. Obviously, it's tomorrow.
Yeah,
I've
I have
already
tickets
said
for
that.
Friday morning.
And then somebody else had asked me if I wanted to go Thursday. I was like, I'm already going. But it's crazy. I know so many people that are going the premiere, but it was such a like hard thing to get tickets to. So
for me, it was
weird.
easy. I always waited for all these Avengers movies or whatever. I always waited till like the week of it like premiering or whatever, and I just go on, look at Cinemark in Austin, always find a seat in the handicap row. Not a
Oh
handicap
yeah.
seat, but like there's always one available, C4 in like room 11 or whatever. And it was always available, so I always get it. And
Yeah.
it's always 50-50 in my theater experiences, which
I mean, Endgame was just such a big thing though, because it like crashed sites and stuff. So it's crazy that people got
yeah,
tickets.
I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like it's popular because it's popular now, and it's like whatever. Because I guarantee like half the people who bought tickets for this they didn't follow it
they don't
from
even.
the beginning.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to be like a hipster or whatever, like saying, "Oh, I was there before it was cool," because I was for Walking Dead. I watched season 1, episode 1 premiere, and I was there. And so whenever it blew up in season 2, it's like whatever, dude. I was already there. I'm watching Rick wake up. I was there from the beginning. But anyways, it is one of those things where I think it's annoying because of meme culture and just like, you have to watch certain things or listen to certain things to get all these jokes. And I don't know, just like be a member online on social media. People feel the need to do that to be aware of certain things.
Oh, that's true. I guess I don't know. I don't have social media.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we share this account, right?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Pariah.
But it's
We
not
share
like
it.
we go on it and we're like, oh, let's look at these memes and stuff.
No. Yeah. Honestly, on Instagram, whenever I log onto the account, it's like a fresh account or whatever, so it's not plagued by what Instagram thinks you want to look at. Because I put in like, oh yeah, I like nature, I like art, I like photography, and
Yeah.
so like all of my recommended stuff is like beautiful pictures of like art and
Yeah.
like scenery
cool.
and nature, and it's like this is what Instagram.
Yeah,
should
that's what
be.
I picture when like if I ever got an Instagram, that's what I'd want
Yeah,
to see.
it's beautiful. And whenever I go onto my personal account, it's just garbage. It's like, oh, we heard you talking to your dad about Game of Thrones, so here's all the Game of Thrones. And it's like, I don't want to see this, so I'm not gonna like look. They think they know what I want, but no, there she goes. Again, she's screaming.
Yelling.
Yeah. But it thinks it knows what I want, but because it's listening in and like looking at what I'm searching for or whatever outside of the app, it's pushing me away from the app itself.
Yeah, does that scare you that they listen in?
It used to, but now it's just annoying.
Now it's just like okay, we know what happens, but like what can we do about it?
Yeah, like on YouTube, Instagram, stuff like that. You waive your rights whenever you sign up for any service or whatever, and it is annoying now. But or before, and it is now even more. But it's like if I click on one thing that's Marvel related, I'm gonna get Marvel related stuff for like a month.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it's
forever
not gonna
if
go
you don't
away.
say like I don't want to look at this stuff, and even then it'll come back because you talk about it. Like my phone's listening to me right now, and so is yours. And it's annoying because I'm trying to avoid all this stuff. Like I haven't watched any of the trailers, any of them, any of the like TV spots. Like I feel like they've shown half the movie already.
Really?
Just
I
in
don't think
parts
so.
online. Like anytime anybody talks about it, I'll like walk away. Anytime like if I go see a movie and they play a trailer, I'll look like an idiot and I'll like clench my teeth and I'll put my fingers in my ears and make noises to myself or whatever.
Oh,
So I
no.
avoid it. I did that for the Last Jedi trailer whenever I watched whatever Marvel movie came out. I think it was Thor Ragnarok. And I was like, oh crap, I don't want to see this. So like whenever I go to Endgame, I'm gonna do that for Far From Home, the Spider-Man movie, and also
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
oh, we're gonna see the Star Wars trailer. Oh wait, no, it already came out. But yeah, whatever. Movies are cool. I just don't like people. That's my general consensus. Oh yeah, and after this movie, I don't know if I'm gonna be excited for Marvel movies anymore.
Oh yeah. I mean, what is there? I
There's
mean, like this
Spider-Man
is like the
Far From Home.
peak.
This
I mean,
is,
there's
like, the
that, yeah.
peak.
But this is where they're all together.
Yeah, this is like the culmination of all these movies that I've watched since I was a kid.
It's sad. It's like when Harry Potter ended.
I guess, but also at that point, I don't know. Because I read the books. I read them all before I went and watched the last Deathly Hallows movie. But I I don't know. I felt more for the books than I did the movie. The movie was just kind of like, I don't know. Maybe because I wasn't along for the ride completely. Like, I hopped on, like, whenever...
And maybe our age.
Order of the Phoenix came out. Yeah, I think I was too young to appreciate it. But for these Marvel movies, let's see, I was 9 when Iron Man came out. And I was like, oh, cool, Iron Man, or whatever. And then, like, in 2012, when the first Avengers movie came out, we were in middle school. And I was like, oh, man, I was all about the lore and looking into, like, stuff and the connections and stuff between the movies. And I thought the cinematic universe idea was so freaking cool. And so I was hooked. And I went back and I rewatched the movies. At that point, I had watched Iron Man 2, I think, like, 18 times.
Jesus.
And, yeah, so I was hooked. And I've just been along on the ride ever since. Like, every time a Marvel movie comes out, I'll go and see it, like, 3 times in theaters. And then whenever Star Wars came out, The Force Awakens or whatever, I took you to go see it. And then whenever I took you, that was like my 3rd time seeing it in theaters.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I was so hyped. I was so pumped.
Yeah, it was really good.
Cool.
I remember that. I remember
Star
that.
Wars is back, man. And now it's like, man, just
They're
don't
just like...
hurt the lore too much, man. I don't know.
And they get popped out so quick by Disney.
Yeah, because it's popular and everybody likes Star Wars and stuff. I don't know. I just hate people.
Oh my god.
Well, we will have a Star Wars theory episode of the podcast. I don't know. Are you into are you into these movies as much as I am leading off?
I don't think Star Wars as much as you are.
Okay.
But other ones, yeah.
Like Marvel movies?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm all about it. But yeah, I think you're right. I think this is like a big peak that I think I might like fall off after this.
Yeah.
After Spider-Man.
Aren't they supposed to make like Squirrel
Girl? Yeah, they're gonna start diving into more heroes, and then eventually they'll add in the X-Men if they don't for the end of this movie.
Yeah, there's also like another one, like the first Asian.
Yeah, like a karate focused one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like when they start doing stuff like that, I don't know. Also, back in the day, nobody gave a crap about Iron Man, but then they made him cool. So it's like, I don't know. I don't have like it's not like I've lost faith in like what they're gonna do after this. It's just like,
do you feel like it's just
what
like
do you
dragged
do after
on?
the Infinity Gauntlet?
Yeah.
Like after the Infinity Stones, after half of everything's wiped out, how do you top that?
Well, I mean, we haven't seen Endgame, so
that's true.
Don't know what's gonna happen.
They just go back in time and they wipe everything out, and it's over. So there can be no more movies. There can be nothing that tops it. But yeah, I've avoided. I don't want to talk about it anymore because I'm scared to say something and
I don't
it's
know
gonna
anything.
get me thinking.
Oh yeah, it's probably gonna get you thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't want to think. I want to be surprised by everything. I did that with Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel was the first Marvel movie that I totally avoided everything for, and I went in and I was surprised and I had fun.
Yeah, I liked it. Yeah. Captain Marvel's cool. She's
yeah,
cool.
Brie Larson. If you're somehow listening to this, like, dude, can we hang out? I think you're kind of cool. You're kind of older than me, but I don't care about age. It's just a number at this point.
What was the cat's name? Goose?
Goose.
Goose, if you're out there
Val,
listening to this.
looking for a friend.
Yeah.
So Stormy, Val's cat.
Yeah. Oh my god, speaking of my cat, there's like this big German Shepherd. There's a neighbor, maybe like the neighbor's son or something is coming over.
Uh-huh.
And and I get sent a picture from work. I'm at work and I get sent this picture from my mom or brother, and it's a big white paw under the fence.
Under your fence?
Yeah, under the fence, so like we could see the big paw on our side, and Stormy's just there looking at it.
Yeah.
And then like Stormy would like like kind of creep, and like touch it. And then they told me that then my mom made Stormy come inside a little bit later after like an hour of them just like looking at each other and talking.
Yeah, just hanging out.
And then you could hear the dog whimper that he was gone. Yeah, they fell in love.
Is the dog a girl?
I don't know.
Because Stormy can get
Stormy could be gay.
That doggy boot cheeks, butt cheeks. Man, there was something I wanted to talk about, but I'm still trying to figure out what it was.
Dun-na, dun-na.
Is it love?
What's your favorite sweetheart color?
Sweet tart, I can't eat those anymore.
But what was your favorite?
Either blue, green, or yellow.
Bitch, that's so many of them.
Yellow.
Yellow, it's so underappreciated because it got taken out.
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah.
No way,
Yellow's
dude.
part of like the OG pack. And I have those.
OG pack is the only pack I get. Wait.
But they don't even make them anymore. You have to like find them at certain stores. And then...
But this HEB has them all the time.
Really? Because they switched the yellow and with the orange. And I like the orange.
Nah, dude. I'm OG all the way. Those things melted down my teeth, so now I can't eat them anymore without feeling pain.
Oh my god, how many would you eat?
Well, all my childhood, it was just sweet tarts. For Easter, sweet tarts. Christmas, sweet tarts.
Wow.
Birthday, sweet tarts. Feeling good on a Friday, sweet tarts.
Sweet tarts.
And
Wow.
then I would always, it got to a point where I would focus it on one side of my mouth because if I ate like a box or whatever, because I was a little chubby boy, my mouth would hurt and my teeth would feel sore.
Oh yeah.
And so I couldn't eat my food, like regular normal people food.
Oh, that sucks. That's
And so I
disgusting.
started putting it all on my left side, and for years I would eat it on my left side so I could eat normal food on my right side without feeling pain.
But then you ruined that side.
And then now my left side, I swear it feels like eroded down. And apparently, I read like on a website somewhere that it's so, those sweet tarts are so acidic that they're on like the same level as battery acid.
No, that's good shit.
Yeah, so I can like suck on them. Like if there's like a little pack of 3 you get for Halloween candy or whatever,
Yeah.
I can have that and I'll be okay. But it's just like I went too hard when I was a young man.
I
and
know,
I'm
I
an
liked
old
them so
man.
much as a kid that like I still get them for like holiday things.
I mean, those
I-
2 boxes have been here since
Yeah,
we started the podcast.
And they just keep, I don't like do anything with
You
them.
just look at them. Remember the good
Every
old
now and
days?
then I'll put like maybe like 2 in my mouth and that's it.
Yeah, you'd like teas in the box. That was dumb.
Well.
Ouch. Oh, I'm laying down on your bed now. I made myself at home,
I know, crazy.
holding my mic like a savage because we don't have mic stands. We don't have a desk. Hopefully, like the quality isn't too bad because I've been trying to hold it further away.
It all sounds like you're whispering.
No, I think the way I talk it's alright. You might be a little louder than me, but
Maybe, yeah.
I'll just talk like this now.
Oh my god, that looks so
sorry
bad.
if you're listening to headphones. I'll put a warning when I edit the video.
Nobody's gonna be looking at that black
I'll
screen and
forget.
then all of a sudden.
Oh yeah, it's in the car. Cause a car wreck, kill somebody.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's not
no.
funny. Why did I make you about that? So how about that weather?
I know, it stopped raining.
It's
I mean, it's like sprinkling, but there's no way y'all could hear it.
Yeah, and I think.
And the
hopefully
sun looks
isn't
like
coming.
it's coming
It
out.
better not be. I'll punch it in the face and push it back in the darkness. Let's see. Oh yeah. So you have. I don't know what to talk about. All these topics are just like random and short stories. Either like it's a story of like me asking you a question, which obviously I know the answer to it, and it's gonna be no. It's like, well, me.
Yeah.
But I just want to remember what I was gonna talk about earlier, and then I forgot.
Dun-dun,
Is it God? No. Is it? Oh yeah, I remember. So I was taking a shower earlier, and I had the idea of asking this question. It came to me, but you work food industry, right?
Mhm.
Job that requires you to talk to people sometimes at the cashier's
Yes.
desk or whatever. Whenever you're walking around in public or anywhere,
Oh my
how
God.
often should I hold on?
No, go ahead.
Uh,
I just, like, I know this. Oh, maybe we should.
Yeah, classic dad picking a fight.
Yeah. Anyways, how often?
Okay, so how often? Because obviously you have like your phrases or whatever. Your like inner Stormy, don't touch the buttons. don't end the
I know.
podcast. Obviously, you have like your inner script or whatever of like, hey, how's it going? It's gonna be this much or whatever. How
Yeah.
often do you break the script and talk to somebody about something real, like a stranger? Like you just go up to them and start a conversation, maybe.
Oh, I don't. Now
Never?
you're gonna say how often do I see people outside of work that like come in a lot, but hold on.
Dude, am I about to get attacked by Stormy?
No, I just want some.
The end of this podcast is falling apart because of exterior forces.
No, yeah, so no. A lot of times I don't. There's maybe once every few months, honestly. There's like people that are like cool, and there's like, it seems like almost everybody that comes in are just like in a bad mood because they're hungry.
Yeah.
And they're just like ready to leave, or they just give you attitude right away. It's like, okay, then.
Those people are trash.
Yeah, but no, the
beings.
people that you do talk to are like really cool, and they just have like a whole story to talk about,
Yeah.
and they treat you like an actual human.
Yeah. And like the question like goes outside of work too. Like if you go to the store or something.
Oh, you see, before, no, but then like I told you, I got this tattoo,
Mm-hmm.
and so many people like bring up a conversation about it,
Yeah.
and
it's
now
something
they're
to
like,
talk about.
oh, I just got this, and I just got that, and so like a lot more people talk to me now. So that's the only
yeah.
reason. Yeah.
Cool, man. I was just thinking about that.
What about you? Did random people start talking to you? Or?
I definitely feel like people are more, I don't know. I feel like more often than not, it's usually other people coming up to me to talk to me about stuff, just random,
Okay.
like friendly conversation, as opposed to me going on my way. But I did talk to a girl at a Walmart in like 2 in the morning the other week, and she was cool. Because me and Molly had this thing of like, every time I see somebody with the Van shoes, but they're like the checkered Van shoes, the slip-on ones,
Yeah.
I take a picture of them and send it to Molly, because Molly thought she was cool to have those shoes or whatever.
What?
And I
They're
like to
so-
make her feel like shit.
Aren't
And
they?
so it's like, they're way more common than you think.
Yeah,
or
aren't they
whatever.
common? Like,
Yeah,
that's like what I picture when I think of Vans.
really?
The checkered ones.
I don't
Aren't they,
know.
isn't
I
that
just
what
think
they're
it's
known
funny,
for?
and that's just kind of like a thing. That's like kind of like one of our things or whatever as
Yeah.
as friends. And this girl who was working, I guess, like the self-checkout area, I've seen her before, and she's like, you know, she's kind of cute or whatever.
Mhm.
And I've seen her sometimes. It's like, man, I wish I like had something to talk to her about. And she was wearing those shoes, and so at first I was like kind of a creepo, and I recorded like her back was turned. I recorded real quick, so I just get like a screenshot in my recording.
Yeah.
And then I was checking my my stuff out, my Powerade I think I got, and I was like, man, if she saw me do that, she's gonna think I'm like a creep, like I'm filming her butt or something.
Oh yeah.
So after I checked out or whatever, I went up to her and I was like, hey, so this is weird, but can I take a picture of your feet? And she's like, what? And I was like, yeah, it's just a thing or whatever. And I explained like I explained to you just now. It's like a me and Molly thing. And she was cool with it. And I was like, all right, cool, thanks, bye. And then I walked out and I was like, I should have talked to her more.
Yeah.
It's not like nobody's talking to her. She's
Yeah,
like working the
exactly.
graveyard
She
shift.
probably like was like, wow, somebody finally talked to me.
Yeah. Because I think she's noticed me before too. Because she was really like nice and open to talk to me.
Yeah.
And but yeah, so I guess if I ever go back to that Walmart really late or early in the morning and she's there, that's the conversation starter.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so more often than not, people usually come up to me. It's like I've chopped it down to like a certain charisma or I guess way I hold myself that makes people feel like they can talk to me
Yeah.
and confide in me about random things, even strangers. It's been a thing for most of my life,
Mhm.
and it's really cool. I like it.
I had a customer the other day. It's funny that you brought that up because this is like the first time this has ever happened. And she was like, she already ordered, so her food was like made. So she comes in, she pays, but then she adds wings. And I was like, okay, it's gonna be like another like 8 minutes. And
Mhm.
she's like, oh, and I could tell it kind of like bothered her, like she was in a rush or something.
Yeah.
She's like, okay. She's like a mom, like
What's
late
the-
50s,
What's the E? You know.
like 50s, you know. And
Mhm.
then so I was like, okay. And she sits down, and I saw that she ordered the same amount as another order that was just like out of the fryer. So I
you
used
swiped,
those, yeah. And I put them, and I gave them to her. She's like, ooh, girlfriend. And she's like, give me a hug. And she straight up like went in for a hug and hugged me, and I was just laughing the whole time. She's like, you are the person of the hour. And then she like left, but like I hugged a customer.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't remember.
I like people like that.
Yeah.
Who don't care about the boundaries or the barriers put in place by like a society. I'm getting like way too deep into
No,
it,
but
like,
yeah,
the
like I
structures,
always
the
think that too, of
confines.
like people, like, because you could see me and you could tell I'm like a certain way.
Sure,
I'm like,
yeah.
wow, she's hugging a gay.
Hugging a gay. But yeah, I like even growing up, I feel like there's just a stigma about certain people who just go out and talk to strangers or
Yeah.
whatever. Like you're seen as weird or different, or
Yeah,
like
yeah.
why would somebody talk to you? Or I don't know. It's just as you get older, it just things seem more and more taboo, and things like it just seems childish. Sometimes.
Definitely.
But I don't like that, and I guess like I don't know. I go against the grain.
Yeah, I would always like think, or like it'd be better to just start a conversation with somebody random, because when somebody does that to me, I'm like, wow, that was super cool.
Yeah, and
So-
you find more interesting people that way. You're breaking outside of your bubble, outside of
Yeah.
your circle.
Exactly.
You just learn more. That was a good question. Good job, me.
All right. Well,
Okay, so we are wrapping up now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
wrapping
Okay.
up.
Just remember it. Yeah. It's a conversation.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah. So this is episode 9.
Yes, not 7.
Damn,
9.
dude. Episode 9.
9.
Oh yeah. So we upload every Wednesday, Sunday. You can find us on Instagram and Twitter as Planet Pariah. Go ahead and give us a follow. Pretty much right now it's just kind of like if one of us is feeling funny, we'll post like a funny picture or something. But usually it's just a reminder of like, hey, episode's up or whatever.
Yeah.
The more we get into this though, the more we'll post. I guess maybe personal stuff or like more like times whenever we're together or whatever
Oh,
and
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Whenever we start filming stuff together, we'll probably post like BTS pictures and stuff and
Mhm.
put it online. So whenever that time comes or whatever, just be sure to give us a follow on Instagram and Twitter. But
Yeah.
until
Subscribe, hit the bell,
subscribe, hit that bell
leave a
notification.
like or dislike,
like or
whatever,
comment.
whichever one.
Yeah, whatever you want to do, just talk to us. Let us know that
Yeah.
we're not alone out here in this
Exactly.
big space void.
Exactly.
All right, but dude,
All
like
right.
that's the end.
All
right,
adios.
see you later. Outro music, here it comes. We're leaving now. We're going into space. See you next time.